Hello beautiful people, today we are reviewing the Carbony A whistle, and this whistle is somewhat special because it has two thumb holes on the back, and I am going to show you how to use them. Now, you have seen other reviews I've made for Carbony whistles. Their low whistles in particular are one of my favourite low whistles to play, and this A whistle is sort of still on the high whistle side, but it's heading into the mezzo whistle range and it sounds absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to show you some close-ups, give you guys a sound sample, and show you how to make the most out of those thumb holes. If we start at the top of the whistle, you'll see this gorgeous shaped metal mouthpiece, the ebonite tip with a curved windway, which makes for super responsive playing. You'll see boxing around the windway, which helps to balance the overall volume and tone of the whistle, and makes the whistle great for playing outdoors because it just stops the breeze getting to the blade a bit, which is super helpful. As we move down, obviously we've got the logo, the model number on the back, and these whistles are tunable, so you can move and adjust the position of the mouthpiece. It is quite a tight fit, but that is so that no air escapes when you're playing, and you get the best sound. Obviously you don't lose your mouthpiece, and it doesn't move from the positioning you place it in. Now, as we move down the carbon fibre body, you'll see this gorgeous ingrained pattern, which I really like, and the standard 6 holes. These holes, as always, are super close together. You can still play this with your finger pads, and often with whistles, as they get a little larger, it gets more difficult to do that. But as always, these Carbony whistles are nice and close together with the finger spacing, which makes them super easy to play. As we get to the bottom, we'll see the classic Carbony angled edge, and most of the Carbony whistles are ever so slightly tapered bore. I'm not sure if this one actually is, but you will see that the carbon fibre has a nice thickness to it, which makes these practically indestructible and gives them their gorgeous, rich sound. Now, the exceptional feature on this whistle is the 2 thumb holes at the back, and they are where your thumbs would usually sit if you were playing tin whistle, at the back of the whistle, right here. And they do offer some special features, which means you can avoid half-holing and still hit extra notes that aren't usually in the diatonic tin whistle scale. So let me show you how that works. Now, we're playing an A whistle, so the scale of A whistle is shown on screen at the moment, and we have as our 8-note octave range. And of course, this whistle goes further up into the 2nd and probably halfway through the 3rd octave because Carbony go right the way up there. Now, in order to get notes that aren't usually within that key or within the diatonic key of A, for example, you would have to half hole. But with the addition of these 2 amazing little thumb holes, you're able to play additional useful notes for a more chromatic scale without actually having to half hole. So as you can see, the use of these thumb holes at the back eliminates the need to awkwardly half hole, and instead you can just open these holes and get those additional notes. Now, you can play this whistle in a completely normal way as well. You can just keep those thumb holes covered throughout and you'll be able to half hole as well. So you get the option of whether you'd prefer to half hole or whether you'd prefer to hit those notes perfectly every time and open these back thumb holes. And if you do get the thumb holes and you decide you don't want to use them at all and your thumbs don't naturally sit in those places, you can even tape them over and then they'll be completely covered anyway. So you have multiple options if you choose to have thumb holes on your whistle. Now, as always with Carbony whistles, the volume of these whistles is pretty amazing. They're definitely great whistles for playing amongst other whistlers, other instruments, other musicians. They're loud, they're proud, and you do need to be able to play with confidence in order to get the most out of these whistles. As I've mentioned previously, the carbon fibre is practically indestructible. These whistles are pretty responsive, so you don't need all that much air to hit the high notes, but you do need to give that extra push just to get right to the top and hit clean notes. But my favourite thing about these is the unique sound that the carbon fibre ebonite tip combination makes, and of course the design features. So let me give this a play for you now so you can hear exactly how it sounds. So, as you can hear, it sounds absolutely gorgeous, and those thumb holes are super useful, especially for hitting those notes that you otherwise have to cross-finger to hit. That is it on my brief review of the Carbony A whistle today. You guys can find out more information about these whistles on the Carbony website, which I've linked up here on the little eye and in the description down below. Don't forget to check out my other reviews on Carbony whistles and my bass A whistle, which I reviewed recently as well. It is definitely one to check out. Thank you so much for watching. Happy whistling, and I will see you guys again very soon for some more tin whistle tunes, tabs, tips, and tricks. Bye.